Niccolò Machiavelli may not have written a dating manual, but his philosophies on human behavior, power, and influence have echoed through the ages. And when applied to the intricate dance of male-female dynamics, they reveal startling truths. Beneath the surface charm and poetic ideals of romance lies a raw, psychological battlefield. And on that battlefield, power is not given. It is taken, commanded, earned. This video dives deep into 8 hidden Machiavellian principles that, when mastered, make women not just attracted to you, but captivated, obsessed, and ultimately begging for your presence. Not because you manipulate them, but because you embody the very essence of what captivates the feminine subconscious. Rule 1. Power is the ultimate aphrodisiac. Machiavelli said, "It is better to be feared than loved if you cannot be both." In modern terms, women are not drawn to weakness. They are drawn to power in all its forms. This doesn't mean dominance in the toxic sense. It means command over your emotions, your reality, and your destiny. A man who walks into a room and controls the energy with calm, controlled authority, sparks something primal. Power isn't noise, it's presence. Women sense when a man isn't trying to prove himself because he already knows his worth. If you're chasing validation, approval, or love, you're playing from a position of weakness. But if you lead with purpose, clarity, and direction, you naturally become magnetic. Women feel safest when a man doesn't need them to feel whole. Rule 2. Mystery multiplies desire. Machiavelli taught that rulers should never reveal their true intentions. In dating and relationships, this means retaining an air of mystery. Predictability kills desire. It makes you common, boring. Most men overshare, hoping transparency will buy loyalty. But the truth is, the more she knows, the less she imagines. And it is in the imagination where lust lives. Never fully reveal your hand. Keep her wondering. Keep her thinking. That doesn't mean being deceptive. It means being strategic. Leave gaps in the conversation. Pause before revealing. Keep your past, your next move, and your emotions subtly guarded. When you maintain an aura of the unknown, you invite pursuit. Rule 3. Indifference is your greatest weapon. Men are driven by 2 principal impulses, either by love or by fear. In romantic pursuit, this translates to the power of indifference. When a woman knows you desire her more than your mission, you've already lost leverage. She becomes the king, you the subject. But when you operate from a place of "I want you, but I don't need you," everything shifts. True indifference is born not from manipulation, but from self-mastery. It shows you are rooted, grounded, that you are complete before her and will be complete after. Women chase what isn't fully possessed. They crave the man who can walk away, not out of ego, but out of principle. Be that man. Rule 4. Reward selectively, punish silently. In The Prince, Machiavelli suggests rewards should be delivered in ways that benefit the ruler most. When you reward a woman for simply existing, you diminish your value. When you reward her for genuine effort, loyalty, or growth, you reinforce desirable behavior. This isn't about control. It's about maintaining polarity. A man who praises too often is seen as needy. A man who praises with purpose is seen as valuable. On the other side, punishment is silent. If she disrespects your boundary, you don't argue, you distance. If she violates your standard, you don't yell, you disappear. Consequences are far more effective when delivered without drama. She will feel the cold of your absence more than the heat of your anger. Rule 5. Cultivate strategic absence. A prince who is not himself wise cannot be wisely advised. Time is the currency of desire. Give too much of it, and it becomes worthless. Just as kings do not make themselves too accessible, neither should you. Let her miss you. Let her wonder where you are, what you're doing, and why she isn't involved. Strategic absence creates emotional contrast. When you're gone, your presence becomes more valuable. When you return, she drinks you in like drought soil touches rain. Don't always be available. Let her earn your time. Let her feel the privilege of your attention. This not only increases desire, it enforces your perceived value. Rule 6. Become her obsession, not her option. You become her obsession not by chasing, but by becoming irreplaceable. That means standing out in your purpose, your character, and your energy. Do not compete where others do. Don't try to be nice like the rest. Be rare. Be focused. Be the man who is working on something massive. Ambition is attractive. Purpose is sexy. A man with a goal will always be more alluring than a man looking for a girl to complete him. When she sees your life as something she wants to be part of, she will begin chasing. When she realizes losing you means losing an experience no other man can offer, she will invest everything to keep you. Rule 7. Master the art of emotional detachment. Machiavelli believed sentiment is the enemy of strategy. That doesn't mean being cold. It means not being enslaved by emotion. In the game of love, those who feel too much lose too often. Emotional detachment is not about apathy. It's about clarity. It's the ability to see the situation as it is, not as you want it to be. If she plays games, you're not pulled in. If she tests you, you smile. If she leaves, you remain grounded. This level of self-control creates respect. Women push to see how far you bend. But when you don't, when you're unmoved by chaos, you become a pillar. Never let her emotions drag you out of your frame. Lead with poise. Stand firm in who you are. This quiet dominance earns more than any argument or display of strength ever could. Rule 8. Always be a little dangerous. Women are not drawn to safety alone. They are drawn to men who carry a controlled edge. Men who are capable of destruction but choose peace. Machiavelli would call this the balance between cruelty and mercy. A man who is too safe, too compliant, too agreeable. He triggers no fire. But a man with fire under the surface, who holds it with dignity, commands fascination. Be unpredictable, not in a chaotic way, but in a potent, masculine way. Let her feel the danger in your silence. Let her sense the depth of your strength. Not all danger is violence. Sometimes it is the danger of walking away, the danger of speaking truth, the danger of not caring what anyone thinks. She doesn't want a boy she can tame. She wants a man who tames himself. Final words. Machiavelli's wisdom was never about deception for its own sake. It was about winning the game of life through a deep understanding of human nature. When you apply his teachings to attraction, you begin to see beyond surface-level dating advice. You begin to play a higher game. A game where you don't chase love, you attract it. Where you don't beg for attention, you command it. Where you don't become who she wants, you become who she can't resist. These rules aren't about controlling women. They're about controlling yourself. And once you do that, once you master your emotions, your presence, your boundaries, and your purpose, you become the very archetype women secretly crave. Not because you asked, not because you begged, but because, as Machiavelli would say, you understood the game, and you played it better than anyone else.